Stay tuned. Your program will begin shortly.
Stay tuned. Your program will begin shortly.
Stay tuned. Your program will begin shortly.
Welcome to Coach D Court here in Wintersville, Ohio. Jim DiCarlo along with Phil Rujek, Tony Lelly, and Dan Vogel. Tonight's game and all games brought to you by Ross's Mulch and More, Poe Financial Services, Varium and Chemicals, the Electric Go, it's electric, Capital Recovery Systems, the Windfall Company, the O Patio and Pub on Lane, Wheeling Post 1, our newest sponsor, the Echo Center, First Christian Church of Steubenville, Gumbar Heating and Cooling, Guida Law Offices, Corey Winjet, Bear Wealth Management, IBEW, Cedar One Realty, Commissioner Eric Timmons, Mario's Italian Restaurant, Hauser's Furniture, State Farm Agent Casey Johnson, Franciscan University, SVRTA, Mosty Funeral Home, Barrel Toyota, Edge Sports, Fort Steuben Maintenance, Water Transport, Tri-State Mobile Audiology, Ohio Motor Group, Jefferson County Health Department, First Westminster Church, Convenient Food Mart, Everhart Bow Funeral Home, Valley Converting, Jefferson County GOP, Ohio Valley Vision Center, Dr. Jagala, Best Western at Franciscan, West Banco, Hood's Pharmacy, Dr. John Fiegel, Naples Spaghetti House, The Miracle Field, Anthony Mining, Village Sleep Center, Steve's Fish and Chips, Josephine's Carryout, Lancia Villa Royale, M&M Hardware, Cena Strength and Fitness, The Target Shop, Attorney Adam Martello, Signs Limited, Wintersville Trophy Shop, The Rink at Franciscan, Total Sports Connection, and Thrifty Hertz Rental. Tonight's game, Wheeling Park coming in at 4-1 versus Indian Creek coming in at 5-2. For Wheeling Park, their wins came against Spring Mills, 53-46, a good John Marshall team, 72-48, a good Martins Ferry team, 59-44, and number 1 in the state, very talented Morgantown team last night, 55-45. Their loss came to Westersville South, 48-43. They were last year's state 4A champions and also OVAC champs. They're coached by Ryan Young, assisted by Haley Dill and Lucy Milton. They averaged 56.4 a game, giving up 46.2, 39.6 rebounds a game, and 11.8 assists a game. They're coming in on a high after beating Morgantown last night. Indian Creeks comes in at 5-2 with wins over Cambridge, 61-27, St. C 62-19, Harrison Central 56-19, Beaver Local 57-13, and East Liverpool 49-31. Their losses have come to Tri-Valley 42-23 and also to Union Local 41-37. Coached by Steve F., Ron Tweedy, Tia Taglione, Joey Rebar. Last year they lost in the districts. They had a wonderful season. They lost to a very talented Steubenville Big Red team, and they're 2-time defending OVAC champs. They average 49.3 a game, giving up only 26.6. They average 26.3 rebounds a game and 14.7 assists. They're led by McKenna Scott, but Creek is down 2 starters. Gabby Taylor is out and potentially out for the year, and that's a big loss. Gabby averaging 9.5 a game with 2 rebounds and 3.5 assists. And we found out just recently that Riley Sadler, who had a 20-point game recently, averaging 6.9 a game, 9 rebounds, and 1.4 assists, is also out. Very impressed with both coaches. Very well-coached teams. Creek notorious. They're going to probably be in their 1-2-2 half-court game. Probably will not press because of lack of depth unless they have to, being down late in the game. Ditto for Wheeling Park. They played great man-to-man quarter court. They don't normally pick up full court. Their help defense is great, just like Creek's is in the 1-2-2. Again, both teams extremely well coached. Both teams very defensive-minded. Could be the first team, Phil, to 50 is going to be the winner. Our captains for tonight that I saw were McKenna Scott and Cam Ketron for Indian Creek. And for Wheeling Park, Lala Woods, that's a tremendous loss. She's been out all year, and we're not sure she's going to be able to return. One of the best players in the state of West Virginia. And, of course, Bordis, who's the Gatorade Player of the Year the last 2 years, and Kaylee Hunt, Alexis Bordis, averaging 32.6 a game. Our captain sponsored by Gumbar Heating and Cooling. This pregame was sponsored by Capital Recovery Systems, and the Ohio Motor Group keys to the game: 1, limit fast break points on turnovers. Both teams going to get some turnovers because they play great defense, but they don't want to let the other team gather the turnovers into easy layups. Control the stars, Bordis and Scott. Don't let them go wild, and get good help defense, which they do, and box out. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem, and we'll be right back.
Selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the OVAC Conference. Tonight's officials are McLean Murad, Pete Brogdon, and Megan Scott. If everyone would please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
So
I am going to do the starting lineups because I've got stats to go with them, and we'll make sure we get you in there. We're back. Starting lineups brought to you by Cedar One Realty as they turn the lights down for Creek starting lineups. For Wheeling Park, at one of the guards, Carrington Miller, averaging 5.2 a game, 1.8 rebounds, and 2.6 assists. At the other guard, Maggie Hupp, 7.6 a game, 8.4 rebounds, 1.4 assists. At one of the forwards, Kaylee Hunt, a senior forward, averaging 1.6 a game, 7.8 rebounds, and 1.4 assists. At the other forward, we have Alexis Borders, the Gatorade Player of the Year. The 5'8" forward guard is averaging 32.6 a game, 7.4 rebounds, and 1.6 assists. And jumping center will be Haley Downer, 5'11", averaging 3.2 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 assist. For Indian Creek, we told you they were down 2 starters. At the guard, Cadence Walker, a sophomore, averaging 11.6 a game, 3.9 rebounds, 3.3 assists. At the other guard, McKenna Scott, 15.9 rebounds, 3.7 and 5.3. And we're going to get ready to go here, Phil, so we'll come back to the starting lineups in a second.
And the tip, controlled by Wheeling Park, off to Borders. Borders looks for the shot, double teamed. And the ball stolen away by Indian Creek, all the way to the hoop and up, and a foul whistled. And going to the line right away, McKenna Scott for the Creek.
Let's finish on those starting lineups real quick. Grace Wiley, a sophomore guard, averaging 3.4 a game, 2 rebounds, and 1.9 assists. Gracie Kleinsmith, 3.1 a game, 1.3 rebounds, 0.6 assists, as Scott makes the first. Cam Ketron, 4.7 points a game, 4.4 rebounds, 1.1 assist. And opening tip was sponsored by Commissioner Eric Timmons.
And the second shot does not go, and Wheeling Park with the rebound. A little bit of pressure across half court, but they get across. And Indian Creek going to get in your face a little bit and play a little bit of solid defense, but a whistle blows and a foul going to be called on the drive to the basket by Haley Downer. It's going to be a foul on the floor. It's not a shooting foul. Triggering the ball in will be Carrington Miller for Wheeling Park. Gets it in all the way out here to Borders. Borders being hounded by Walker. Back out to Borders. Borders with a long three-pointer up, no good. Rebound taken down by Wheeling Park. Controlled by Huff. Three-pointer taken again by Borders, the lefty. Rebound taken down by Park. Shut up, no good. Rebound Creek. Gracie Wiley with the ball, and going to be a jump ball called, and it's going to go Creek's way as the initial jump was controlled by Wheeling Park. Wheeling Park full court pressure. Man-to-man, woman-to-woman, to get the ball in. Clear it out, says Coach Eft. Handling the basketball, McKenna Scott. And Scott gets it across the timeline. Off to the left side. Scott looking for some room. Has Walker. Walker penetrates, nothing there. Back out front. Ketron looks inside, nothing there. Over to the near side. Now back out front. Set up again for the Creek. Cutting and into the basket. And up and no good. Rebound taken down by Hupp. And tied up by Scott. And it's going to go Creek's way. Or it's going to go Park's way this time.
Creek is just in an extended 1-2-2, Phil, here. They're going to play this 1-2-2 defense, and they're going to move in different positions, half court, 3 quarters, they're going to fall right back into the 1-2-2.
And shot up and short, taken down. The rebound by Kentron. Looks up, has a person deep, and could not quite get enough on it, but the three-pointer up, no good. Rebound taken down by Hupp. Hupp across the timeline, and she'll pull it back out. Looks for Bordas. Bordas with a head fake. Off to the left side in the corner, down a drive, down a baseline, up, no good. A rebound taken down, shot up, no good. And taken to get down by Park again. Bordas one more time, it's electric. Bordas with the three. And that's exactly what she does, and she does very, very well. And that allows Creek to get in allows Wheeling Park to get in their full court press. And the Creek could not get the ball in, and Coach F going to have to take a timeout here with 5:49 to go.
We're going to keep it here, Phil.
In the first quarter, Wheeling Park with a 3-1 lead over Creek. A little bit unexpected, Coach, that full court pressure by Park.
Well, I think the reason Creek down 2 starters.
Right.
And if it gets into McKenna Scott's hands, they're just kind of going to back off and play token defense, but they're going to make them work to get it in. A couple things not only is McKenna Scott and Alexis Bordas the best offensive players on the floor and some of the better in the Valley, they're 2 of the better defensive players. I've seen Bordas. She's really improved the last few years. Coach Young does a great job with his help defense, and McKenna Scott has great anticipation, and her defense leads to transition buckets. So they get it in and back to McKenna Scott. They might be a little token, but yeah, a little surprise. Park full court pressure.
And coming to the ball is Scott, and Scott going to be double teamed, gets the ball cross court, pulls it up, back over to Scott. In the front court, looks near the basket, shot up, no good. A rebound taken down by Downer. Downer gets it out. Miller with the ball. Back to Bordas on the right side. Bordas being double teamed. Cross court pass, up and no good. Rebound taken down by Downer and stolen away by Cadence Walker. Whistle blows and a foul called, I believe.
Number 3, I believe, Hunt on the foul.
So that's going to be number 2 against the Park.
And
Once
her
again, full court
first.
pressure. Let's see if they set a screen. That's exactly what they're going to do. Set a screen and roll back to the ball, 24.
And there's that token pressure, Phil. They got it into Scott. They're kind of clearing out.
Well, she's an awfully good ball handler and a good guard, so she knows what to do with the basketball. She's going to penetrate, and she'll stop and pop and in for the 2 for McKenna Scott. She is the real deal. And she'll get pressure on the 1-2-2 full court or 3-quarter court. Into the corner it goes, back out to the wing. Penetration by Miller. Miller's shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Gracie Kleinsmith. Gets it to Scott. Scott across the timeline. She'll penetrate into the paint. On beautiful pass down low. That one to Cadence Walker, up for 2, and it's a 5-3 Creek lead. Across the timeline. Gets it to Bordas. Bordas sets it up. Looks for a cross-court pass. Penetration. Nice dish off into the corner. And long 3, up, and it's electric. Another one for Bordas. She doesn't shoot him from right at the thing. She shoots it from downtown.
NBA range, baby. She can really wing him. She can step back and shoot that extremely well. Park is now called off that pressure. Going to maybe play in that quarter court man here.
So it's Creek 5, Bordas 6.
Yep. They really do a great job. I've watched them twice helping out, and Bordas is on Scott, and that's what I figured. She has done a great job on the key. Actually, she was on Walker here this time. Key offensive players.
Scott with the basketball. She'll penetrate up and no good. Bounces off the rim. Taken down by Hunt. Or Huff by Hunt. Across the timeline. And pass intercepted. And a jump ball going to be whistled. Intercepted that time by Gracie Kleinsmith. Nice defensive play that time by Kaylee Hunt. And it'll be Creek ball on the alternating possession.
Kleinsmith's done a good job around the boards, but lacks a little strength compared to the older seniors on Park's team. She's only a freshman, Phil.
Walking the ball up the court is Scott. Man-to-man defense for the Park. And Scott looking things over. She'll penetrate and she'll dish. Nice job. But it's going to be a nice a defensive play by Downer. She'll block the shot out of bounds. The post people from Parker or from Creek are doing a nice job of getting set up down on the block.
Park does a good job of helping and recovering. But Scott's tough on that one-on-one. Nice out-of-bounds play to catch her on.
And she traveled. Switched those. She just happened to switch the pivot feet. So Creek still in the three-quarter court. Well, at least Walker is going to hound Bordas or whoever that ball handler is, and they get it down across half court to Bordas on the right side. She'll penetrate, kick it to the corner. Penetration and a skip pass and a little bit too high and out of bounds and another turnover. That's a thrifty turnover for the Park.
Creek has seen Park play, and they've had some turnovers on pressure in the last couple games, and so that's what they're trying to do, but they're going to end up back in that 1-2-2.
Well, Park will throw the ball away. They will turn the ball over because of their style of play, but they score a lot of points off that style as well. Nice dish again, and a block shot that time by Park, and Park has the ball. Bordas, she gets it off to the corner. Penetration and kick and out of bounds. That time 21 into the game for the Park.
That's Doherty.
Is Doherty, and Doherty penetrated baseline, tried to dish it. Doherty gets it inbounds. Over here on the wing. Back out to the top to Bordas. Bordas on the other wing. Looks inside. Back out. Three-point shot by Doherty. Up, no good. Rebound taken down by Walker. Walker back to Scott. Scott across the timeline. Slows things down. Gets the ball to Walker on the other side of the court.
Bordas now on Scott.
And Walker going to penetrate and kick. Penetration again. Back out front. Taking it to the hole, up, and a foul going to be called as Gracie Wiley takes the ball to the hole. She's not very big, but I'll tell you what, she's tough.
It's going to be Hunt's second foul.
And Wiley would be at the free throw line, looking to put the Creek up. 6-5 your score. Wheeling Park with the lead here, 2:08 to go in the first quarter. First shot up and good by Gracie Wiley.
Thought it would be low scoring, and it has been. Not so much because of bad offense, but by good defense.
Exactly. I mean, you think when it's low scoring, it's bad offense, but this has been excellent defense by both teams. Second shot up and good, and Creek now with the lead. Bordas over to Hupp. Hupp looks in the middle. To the wing to Doherty. Back out to Hupp. Back to Doherty. She'll dribble it out front. Get it to Bordas. Bordas against the 1-2-2. Tries to penetrate. Kicks it out. Shot up. It's a three, and it's electric. Carrington Miller. 9-7 now, Park with a lead. They have 3 baskets, and they have 3 electric threes. Bordas dogging Scott, and Scott able to take care of it. Gets the ball, and they do a really good job of penetrating and kicking it to their post people. Not stolen away that time. Doherty over to Miller. Miller penetrates, puts a left-handed shot up, no good, but the whistle blows and a foul going to be whistled on Kentron.
Park's done a good job of helping away on defense, and on offense, they get the ball in the middle where the hole of the 1-2-2 is, Phil, and they know how to kick it out. Their kids know how to get open for three-pointers.
Miller's first shot up and good. Both teams good free throw shooting teams. That's what you'll find. 2 of the better teams in the OVAC, and that's what you're going to find. The good teams can shoot the free throws. Well, everybody can shoot them. Not everybody can make them.
One of my favorite names coming in on make, and Italy's going to have to wait.
No good, but she's gonna get in now as there is a fight for the ball and a jump ball whistled, and here comes your favorite player.
Well, favorite name, Italy Schroeder, freshman. Very nice softball player, too, and volleyball player.
Doherty triggers it into the corner. Back into the corner to Doherty. Her shot up, no good. Rebound taken down.
Schroeder.
And by Schroeder, out it comes. Doherty with a cross-court pass. Shot up and no good by Bordas. Rebound taken down by Kentron. Kentron to Scott. And Scott against Bordas one-on-one. Scott will get it over to Walker. Walker gets it across the timeline. Under a minute. She'll penetrate. She'll put a scoop shot up. No good. Rebound chased down by Bordas. Bordas across the timeline. Looks to penetrate. She'll go into the paint. Left-handed layup up and good for Bordas. 12 to 7 now, Park. 30 seconds to go. Scott with the ball. Scott with spin move. And the whistle blows and a foul called as Scott penetrated, looking for one of the post people posted up, and gets a blocking call. I think it's going to be on Miller. Not sure who that was on. Scott going to take the basketball out of bounds. She'll get it into Kentron in the post. Looking to get it back to Scott, but out front it comes. Good defense by Park. Penetration again, cut off. They get the ball out to Wiley. Wiley back out to Scott. 11 seconds, 10 seconds on a running clock in the first quarter. Going to look for the last shot. Scott, spin move. Looks to, a nice defensive player. Yep. Nice defensive play that time. Maggie Hupp is guarding her and gets a hand on the ball, and it's going to be a jump ball with 1 second.
Back into Scott here.
Scott gets a shot up and no good, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter of play. With your score, Wheeling Park 12, Indian Creek 7. You're watching high school basketball on the Ohio Valley Sports Network.
You know, Fort Steuben Maintenance should be your first choice when it comes to any and all construction projects, whether it's commercial or residential. Make Fort Steuben Maintenance your first call. You can rely on them to be the experts when it comes to roofing, concrete, plumbing, carpentry, just about any job that needs done. Fort Steuben Maintenance, they're fully licensed and bonded and will even give you a free estimate. Fort Steuben Maintenance. You want the number? 740-283-4890.
Hauser Furniture prices and in-store financing won't be beat. Sofas starting at $4.99, recliners starting at $2.89, sectionals starting at $9.99, complete bedroom suite starting at $6.99, complete dinette set starting at $2.89, carpet with padding and installation as low as $2.89 per square foot. Hausers will absolutely not be undersold.
We're back here. That first quarter was brought to you by our new sponsor, the Echo Dome. Second quarter sponsored by Everhart Bow Funeral Home. Park will trigger in. 12-7 Wheeling Park after 1, Phil.
And Bordas with the basketball being guarded by Walker. Bordas to the left side, gets cross-court pass. Looking inside. Miller into the corner. Back out to Miller out front. Looks inside to the foul line, shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Kentron. Kentron being double teamed, trying to get the ball out of there, and I think she throws it away. Let's see where the ball ends up. Good defense by the Park. And it's going to be Park basketball. A turnover on the creek, a Thrifty rental car turnover. In it comes. Inside to Miller. Back out. Miller directing traffic and stolen away by the Creek. Pass ahead to Miller or to Walker. Walker up and good. The two-pointer by Walker. Now she'll go into the full court pressure. A little bit of more full court double team and across the timeline Bordas. Bordas now looks to penetrate. She makes a nice spin move. Nice 12-foot jumper up and good by Bordas. Anything you can do, I can do better.
Well, pressure can surely help you, but sometimes it can hurt you if you beat it.
And Scott walks the ball up the court. And Scott off to Walker. Walker looks to penetrate. She'll get it in the corner. Shot fake back out front. She'll take the three. Up and no good. A rebound taken down by Hupp. Going to get it off to Miller. Three-point shot up and good. It's electric by Bordas one more time. And she has such spin on the ball, it rolls the net back up and in.
She's got 13 already, 3 threes of the 17 Park points. She's averaging 32.6 a game.
She is fun to watch.
And she plays great defense, and they do a heck of a job with Ryan Young of stepping through and switching on picks, Phil.
Miller with the ball, back to Scott. Scott looks to penetrate. Euro step move up and in by Scott. Across the timeline come the Patriots. Back out front it comes to Miller. Miller going to penetrate. She's going to kick to a cutting Bordas, and the ball is just a little bit out of the reach, and Bordas can't control it. Out of bounds it goes. It'll belong to Indian Creek.
So we've got number 13 in, Lily Brinker. Also in the game for Park is Elena Dalton.
Elena Dalton, nice size for a post player for Wheeling Park. Scott walks the ball at the court. Bordas guarding her one-on-one. Nice behind-the-back move by Scott. Scott in the corner goes to Miller. Or Walker, rather. Walker pulls up her dribble in the corner to Scott. Scott, nice move. Baseline, she goes up, and the ball won't go. Rebound taken down by the Parks, number 13. Brinker. Pass intercepted that time. She tried to get the ball to Bordas, cutting down the paint. Pass intercepted by Scott, and Scott will walk the ball across the timeline. 17-11, Park with the lead here. 5 minutes to go, 5:09 to go here in the second quarter. Walker penetrates. Stolen away by Dalton. Gets it ahead to Bordas. Bordas, left-handed layup up and good for Alexis Bordas.
Pretty automatic when she's one-on-one in the open court with you. I'm very impressed with Walker. She's really improved from last year, too. She's a great compliment to Scott. 19-11 Park, midway through quarter number 2.
And Scott pulls up her dribble, takes a long three, up and out of bounds it goes, doesn't hit anything. You know, most coaches don't put their best player on the other team's best player defensively. That's how much confidence that Ryan Young has here.
Well, Alexis Bordas has been doing both this year extremely well. Creek takes a timeout. We're going to take it with us. We'll be back after this Mario's break. 19-11 Park.
Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for DUI defense, probate, and estate planning. He also can provide real estate expertise plus general civil litigation. Call Attorney Adam Martello today at 740-317-0193. The Martello Law Office is located on Fernwood Road in Wintersville. Attorney Adam Martello is your one call for legal assistance. 740-317-0193.
My family wants you to know when you purchase a vehicle from us, it's more than just acquiring a new vehicle. You're gaining a partner genuinely invested in your experience and long-term happiness. You're not just a number to us. You become part of our family with a lasting relationship that extends well beyond the showroom.
We're back 19-11. Bordas has 15 of the 19. Miller has the other 4. For Indian Creek, Scott's got 5, Walker's got 4, and Grace Wiley has 2.
Across the timeline comes Miller. Miller in the corner, Italy. Italy looks to try to get it to posting Dalton, and Dalton kicked out of bounds by the Creek. So Italy Schroeder will trigger the ball in. And she'll look on the far side. Shot up and no good. Rebound taken down by Schroeder. Stolen away by Kentron. And a jump ball is called. It's going to belong to the Creek. Scott taking her time across half court. She'll hand it off to Walker. Walker penetrates the right side. Looks for the post. And nothing there. Cross-court pass intercepted by Bordas. It had nothing to do with the ball. Good defense again by the Park. Nice spin move into the paint. Scoop shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Walker. Walker across the timeline. Speeds it up a little bit. Looks to penetrate. Kicks it or pulls it back out. Back out front it comes. Walker with the ball. Hands it off to Scott. Scott looks in the corner. Wiley penetrates. Has the post player Kentron. Kentron up off the glass, no good. Rebound taken down by Kleinsmith. Kleinsmith back out to Walker. No, shot no good. Rebound by Borders. Borders looks ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder looks ahead to the other side to Dalton. Dalton into the paint. Up and no good. A rebound taken down by Walker.
Brinker with that missed shot there. 19-11. Really good defense, good help defense by both teams. Creek's done a good job getting the ball inside after penetration with 2-on-1s, just haven't finished, Phil.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to finish those shots. And Kleinsmith's shot up and no good. Rebound taken down by Dalton. Dalton kicks it out and gets it to Borders. Borders going to pull up and pop it from about 15 feet, and good for the 2 points for Alexis Borders. She is a deadly shooter. Scott, cross court, it goes to Walker. Walker looks for something to go with the offense. Now she'll penetrate a little bit, pull it back out. And on the dribble, being guarded by Brinker. Gets it off to Scott. Scott penetrates. Whistle blows and a foul. They collapse and they close on the ball handler. The person driving very, very, very well does Wheeling Park. And the wholesale changes now as Doherty, Hupp, and Hunt return to the lineup for the Park.
Very well coached by Ryan Young. I've been so impressed watching them with their help defense and their quarter court man.
Nice baseline move by Kentron, up and in for the 2 for Indian Creek. Oh, what a nice baseline move. Over to Walker. Back out to Walker. Penetration up and in, good by Miller, rather. I wish they had different numbers. He's ones and twos, or they all have 1s and 2s and 3s.
Park back up by 10, 23-13. We're winding down.
20
here.
years ago, Jimmy, I wouldn't have been so confused.
Winding down here, quarter number 2.
Scott with the penetration, kicks out. Back out to Scott. She'll set it again. Now she'll penetrate again. Nice move to Kentron, and Kentron up and in. They do an excellent job when the defender comes over to pick up the ball, the driver. They get it right to that person, and does a great job, Steve F's team.
It's really hard to pick up Scott and Walker one-on-one. They're beating them one-on-one at top of the key.
Nice cross-court pass and shot up, and it's electric that time by Maggie Hupp. Nice cross-court pass by Borders, and Hupp with a wide-open 3, and she cans it with 52 seconds, 26-15. Now Park expanding their lead to 11. Walker into the corner. Wiley going to drive, gets it off to... Well, lost and stolen away by Doherty. Doherty gets it across to Miller. Miller down the court to Borders, and Borders going to take the long 3 up, no good. A rebound taken down, whistle blows, and a foul called, I believe.
We had a violation that hit the top of the wire there or something, okay.
So it was a violation.
Only one team foul this whole second quarter, as tight as they play defense, Phil.
And they play very good defense, both teams. Scott off to Walker. Walker on the far side. She'll penetrate. Nice closeout. She turns around. The fall-away jumper, no good. Rebound taken down by Hupp. Hupp with a nice closeout. Borders with the basketball. She'll bring it to the middle of the court. She'll stop. She'll pop. But the buzzer 3 is no good. And that's it for your first half of play. After one half of play here at the court of Coach D, Wheeling Park 26, Indian Creek 15. We'll be back with all the halftime goodies. You're watching high school basketball on the High Valley Sports Authority.
Welcome to Figueretti Restaurant in Wheeling, West Virginia, where every bite tells a story. Indulge in our homemade pasta, rich sauces, and fresh local ingredients. Whether it's a family gathering or a romantic dinner, Figueretti's warm atmosphere and exceptional service make every meal unforgettable. Come savor the flavors of Italy today.
Hello, I'm Dino Figueretti from Figueretti's Restaurant, where we're a proud sponsor of the Lindsley Cadets basketball team. Please stop in before or after the game for a good plate of spaghetti and meatballs.
Ohio Valley Sports Online would like to thank one of our great sponsors, Capital Recovery Systems. Capital Recovery Systems is home of the no-cost court collections program. Capital Recovery Systems is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Low credit. This looks impossible.
Credit scores can be loan obstacles too.
How do I get to good credit?
Get credit advice for life from WesBanco. Money doesn't make you wealthy. Understanding it does.
Your vehicle deserves the best at Valvoline Express Care. The only authorized Valvoline Express Care within 60 miles. We're locally owned and operated.
We take pride in serving our community. Every day, we honor our veterans and Franciscan University of Steubenville employees with special discounts. Enjoy peace of mind with our complimentary checkup, because your safety is our priority. At Valvoline Express Care, all cars and trucks are welcome. Come experience the difference.
You're not just a customer, you're a family.
When you hear the name Tri-State Mobile Audiology, you should know that you'll get quality hearing health care right at your door. It's convenient and professional, locally owned and operated. We provide services along with counseling and education that, if you can't leave the house or rely on transportation, can help improve your quality of life and hearing ability. With Tri-State Mobile Audiology, there are no gimmicks, no bait and switch marketing, and we provide much more than just a hearing test.
So contact Tri-State Mobile Audiology today, where hearing care is healthcare.
Clyde and Kelly, two owners at Clykel Incorporated. Hertz and Thrifty Car Rental, two of the top rental companies under one roof. Minivans and 12-passenger vans, two popular sizes of vans for your group rentals. Lacey and Ashley, two rental agents to help you with your rental needs. The Two Steves, two great detailers to detail your own vehicle. 2 decades. For over 20 years, Hertz and Thrifty Car Rental have been serving the Ohio Valley. Two is better than one.
At Trinity Health System in Steubenville, we believe in healing the whole person, mind, body, and spirit. Partnering with Franciscan University, we offer cutting-edge care infused with compassion and faith. Experience a community where health meets hope. Choose Trinity, where your well-being is our mission, and together we thrive in wellness. Welcome to the Harp and Habit, Steubenville's hidden gem. Here, Irish charm dances with local warmth. Picture shepherd's pie, fish and chips, and soda bread, all crafted with care. Whether it's family, friends, or romance, every meal becomes a celebration. Join us, where good food meets great memories. You belong here.
My family wants you to know, when you purchase a vehicle from us, it's more than just acquiring a new vehicle. You're gaining a partner genuinely invested in your experience and long-term happiness. You're not just a number to us. You become part of our family with a lasting relationship that extends well beyond the showroom.
Their unwavering commitment to quality has propelled them forward. So, if you're in need of industrial chemicals, remember Barium and Chemicals. Barium and Chemicals is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
This high school event is brought to you by AT&T on Sunset via the AT&T wireless network. Remember, don't text and drive, it can wait. AT&T on Sunset is a proud sponsor of this high school event.
Bert's Hot Dog Shop. Here's the who, what, where, when, and why about Bert's.
Where?
Route 18, just outside Burgettstown.
When?
When you want the very best hot dog you've ever tasted.
Why?
Because it's Bert's passion to create the best hot dog, to create fresh homemade chili sauce for your chili dog each and every day.
How?
Oh, that's simple. It's a foot long with or without chili. It's a hot dog with or without the fixins. It's how you love your hot dog. Bert knows. Bert knows how. Bert knows hot dogs. Route 18. See you there, dog.
Blakemore Insurance Agency is exclusive to the senior market. We represent a variety of Medicare supplements or Medicare Advantage plans, giving us the ability to offer some of the most competitive products from the top insurance companies in our country. Our loyalty lies with you, our customer, not the insurance company. Many of today's seniors are completely overwhelmed with turning 65 and going on to Medicare. Call Blakemore Insurance Agency today for more information. 304-723-0909. Blakemore Insurance Agency is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Now we're back here, 26-15, Wheeling Park at the half. This third quarter is brought to you by Casey Johnson, State Farm agent. In the first half for Wheeling Park, Carrington Miller hit a three ball and a 2 ball and 1 for 2 from the free throw line for 6 points. Maggie Huff had a 3 for 3. Alexis Bordas hit 3 threes and 4 twos for 17 of the 26 points for Wheeling Park. For Indian Creek, Cadence Walker, 2 2-pointers for 4. McKenna Scott, 2 2-pointers and 1 for 2 from the free throw line for 5, leading the way. Grace Wiley had 2 for 2 from the free throw line for 2, and Cam Ketron had 2 field goals for 4 for their 15 points. I've just been extremely impressed, Phil, with both coaching staff. These teams are winners, and Steve F. and his staff has done a remarkable job. Down 2 key players, and their young kids look pretty good out there and are getting better. Really impressed, as always, with McKenna Scott and Cadence Walker. Tough to guard one-on-one in the open floor. For Wheeling Park, I can't say enough about their help man-to-man defense, fighting through screens, switching. They just do a heck of a job defensively in the quarter court, holding Creek down to 15 points here. And it's been really good defense for both teams. There have been a few turnovers that are unforced, which I'm sure they want to clean up. But Coach Young and Coach F, 2 of the better coaches I've seen in the Valley, and OVAC champs, state champs for Coach Young last year. Coach F a few years ago went to the regionals, and last year they were in the districts. Lost a really hard-fought, tough game with Steubenville Big Red. Phil, your first half comments.
You have 2 of the top teams in the OVAC in their respective classes. Indian Creek leads theirs. Wheeling Park was 4th as of last Saturday, but they beat the number 1 team. So they're going to be in that top tier as well. What I like is Park has some depth, and he uses it. He knows how to use his kids off the bench. He knows how to give his team some breaks. I'm impressed with Bordas, the way she plays. She's a good offensive player. Seldom do you see your best offensive player guarding the other team's best player, and she's doing it on both ends without any. It's like there's no effort there. She just works. She's just so solid and so smooth. Creek has done a great job. I love how they play against man-to-man defense. They penetrate, and as soon as that person collapses, they get the ball to the post, and their post people get open. The problem they've had is conversion. They haven't converted. They haven't finished. If they have finished even half the ones that they missed, they might be leading this game right now. So if I'm Park, I'm gonna be keep my eye on that. And if I'm Creek, I'm gonna keep going to it, and eventually the ball's gonna fall.
Now, Wheeling Park notorious for their 3-pointers. They can really crank them, and it's just not Bordas. I've seen Miller and Hupp and Doherty and company hit the 3-pointers. I've been really impressed this year with the games that I've seen on Hunt she does all the little things. Reminds me of the Dennis Rodman style of play, coming up with loose balls, help defense, diving on floors. And she's the only one.
Things that don't show up in the box score, Jimmy.
Right.
That are so important to winning.
She's the only one, Phil, that has 2 fouls. So nobody else in foul trouble for either team. And
Which is unbelievable the way these two teams play defense, because they get after you.
Kaylee Hunt has 2. Same starting lineups except, Downing, Bordas, Hupp, Miller, and Hunt. And we've got Walker, Scott, Kentron, Kleinsmith, and Wiley for Creek.
Wheeling Park with the ball out front. Miller to the right wing. Bordas looks for the shot, up, no good. Long rebound out of bounds, and Creek will take over the basketball. Half-court defense now for Wheeling Park. They'll pick up in man-to-man half-court or woman-to-woman half-court. When I coach girls, the girls used to tell me, we can't play man-to-man defense, coach. Off to Wiley. Wiley in the corner. Looks inside. Kentron with a nice move up and off the glass, and good for Kentron. Cam Kentron does a nice job working that post. Into Hunt. Hunt out to Miller. Miller in the corner. And with the drive, up no good. Rebound Bordas. Downer with the drive, no good. Cross-court pass. 15-footer up, no good. Rebound taken down.
There's Hunt.
By Hunt once again. And she loses the ball. Nice defensive play that time by Cadence Walker, and Indian Creek with the basketball. Trying to cut into this lead a little more. Across the court, near side here to Walker. Walker. Looks to penetrate.
You know what, Phil? They're in a triangle and 2. They said Walker and Scott are beating us in penetration. We're going to go triangle and 2, and these other girls have to help, and they sure did right there, baby. It's electric.
Kleinsmith and Ryan Young doesn't like what he's seeing. He says, I'm going to take a timeout here with 6:25 to go here in the third quarter. Park sees their lead shrink to 26-20. You're watching high school basketball on the Ohio Valley Sports Authority.
There's a good chance if you're from the Ohio Valley, you'll remember Brad Pavlik from his days as a Crusader at Catholic Central High School. And his name will bring back some great memories. These days, Brad's a big supporter of all area local high school teams. Well, here's a reminder that Brad now manages Barrel Toyota and Barrel Ford. And he'll be glad to see you, whether you're looking for a car or just dropping by to say hello. A hometown favorite at 2 great hometown stores. Get a hometown deal from Brad Pavlik at Barrel Toyota in Cranberry Township and Barrel Ford in Zelienople.
Do you want a plush green lawn? Who doesn't? Call Bradley Lawnscape and Sons today. They do lawn fertilizing, getting your year-round healthy grass. And they control weeds. No dandelions, crabgrass, clover, or other undesirable weeds. Bradley Lawnscape and Sons. Better results guaranteed. BradleyLawnscapes.com, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
We're back here, 26-20, as Creek has scored the first 5 with a Ketron field goal and a Kleinsmith 3 ball.
And into the corner, up and good. It's electric. That time by
Hupp.
Maggie Hupp. Ryan Young takes a timeout, and right
Nice
away
answer.
they get a three-point answer.
Good coaching. Let's see if they go back quarter court man. That triangle didn't work for 2 times, so they said, the heck with that. We're going back.
Yeah, we're gonna
man.
We're gonna change it a little bit
and help out.
Scott penetrates into the paint, runs into a defender, but no whistle, and the ball is lost, and it's in the hands of Bordas, and Bordas passes ahead. Nice bounce pass, and up and in for Haley Downer.
It's her first 2 of the night. 31-20, Park.
Walker across half court to the right side, and she'll look to set the offense. She'll look to penetrate, kicks it out into the corner. Back, brings it out, back into the corner to Walker. Walker, she'll pull it back out toward the front. Now she'll try to drive baseline. Gets cut off nicely there by Miller. And 5-second call, and that's going to be a turnover, a thrifty turnover against Indian Creek. Another wonderful defensive play by Wheeling Park.
It was a nice switch that time defensively by Miller. So what they're doing is they're just mirroring Bordis with Scott, and they're trying to hedge on Walker with a double team or a switch.
Bordis back out front. It comes to Miller. Miller in the corner of the Bordis. Bordis shot up, and it's electric. Bordis with another three from the left corner this time.
And again, there was a nice pick that time by Hunt.
And she does have some spin on the ball because every time the net goes back up into the basket.
Well, that gives her 20, Phil, for the evening.
34-20 now. She has equaled Indian Creek's total, has Alexis Bordis. Still guarding Scott in a high 1-4, and a nice pick and roll that time. And Kentron, I just like how she operates inside the paint. Her shot is up and in. Across the timeline comes Miller. Miller looks the high post to Hunt. Hunt gets it in the corner. Three-pointer up, no good. A rebound taken down by Walker.
Ketron is, I believe, going to Fairmont State on a volleyball scholarship.
And Walker puts a nice scoop shot up as she drives the paint and puts it up and in for the two for Indian Creek. They will not go away. Bordis with the basketball. Cross court it comes to Miller. Miller in the corner. Penetration. Nope, back out to Miller. Miller looks to the high post. Back out to Miller. Miller, her three up and good. It's electric for Carrington Miller. Well, I tell you, they just move the ball well, and they find the open shot, and they can hit them.
Yeah, they get it to the middle, and they're able to kick it out, and they're notorious for those three balls, and they've hit a bunch tonight.
Walker with the basketball. She'll try to penetrate with the left hand. Nothing there. Good defense. She'll get it off to Scott, the handoff. Ball kicked, but no call. Out to Wiley, and Wiley going to be fouled a little bit too much that time by Alexis Bordis, I believe.
It's going to be her second. I believe, Phil, I heard when I was watching the game, it might have been her third or fourth game of the year before she committed a foul. I mean, she plays this tough defense.
Yeah, it was unbelievable.
And doesn't commit fouls mostly.
Kentron going to take the three up, no good. Rebound fought for it. Finally taken down by Park. They get the pass ahead to Bordis. Bordis, she'll take a spin move into the basket. Up and in by Alexis Bordis. She's just something else.
Smooth, man. She's just smooth.
Scott with the basketball, being guarded by Bordis. Cross court pass to Walker on the near side. She'll hang on to the ball, and they're going to set the offense. She'll try a screen. Like a little bit of a pick and roll. Nothing there. In the corner to Wiley. Wiley now going to penetrate. She'll kick it to the far corner. Nothing there, and pass is thrown errant and picked up and driven in. A nice pass up and in. Nope. Missed the shot and fight for the rebound. And Bordis will end up with the ball, and she'll be fouled, and she'll be going to the line for two. 39-24, 2:34 to go here in the third quarter.
So that triangle in two, they made two shots, cut the lead from 26-15 to 26-20. That's a 6-point lead. It's now blossomed to 15, and looking for more is Bordis.
Left-handed shot is up and good. Dalton.
Yep, back in.
And Bordis. 1, 2, 3 dribbles. Left-handed shot, bends the knees, follows through, and the shot is good. Kentron back to Walker. Walker, Bordis not letting Scott have the ball. Wearing Scott out pretty good. I can see that. She's going to steal the ball away from Walker to Dalton. Back to Bordis. Bordis, one-on-one. She'll stop. She'll pop. Up, and it's electric. And that was about 3 feet behind the arc.
She's unbelievable. What defense. Come back. She knows how to hit that step-back three. And what do we have, a technical here?
I believe it's a timeout.
Timeout? Mm-hmm. Okay. So 44-24 with 2:16 to go. You know what? We're going to keep it here, Phil. It must be
This is a milestone of
some kind of milestone for Alexis Bordas. I know she broke the school record for boys and girls. Let's see what else is here.
This might
take this time to congratulate Wheeling Park senior Alexis Bordas on scoring a 2,000 point.
2,000 point. Wow.
And she still has the bulk of the year, the season to go.
Yep, she's got the most of any boy or girl in Wheeling Park High School history.
And there have been some players that have come through Wheeling Park, Dee Davis and Michael Jebbia and Raphael Cruz and Shane Mallett, just to name a few.
And, nice gesture by Indian Creek
Yes,
to stop the game and present that ball to her. Very nice gesture by the Indian Creek girls and Steve F.
2,000 points. I tell you, I could have played 10 years not had 2,000 points. Walker will trigger the ball in. Gets it into the corner. Back to Walker. Walker across court goes to Scott. Scott dribbles into the front court. She's stopped. Looks to pop. No. Passes it off to Walker. Walker off to Kleinsmith. Kleinsmith almost loses it, and the whistle blows a little bit too much there. And a foul going to be called, or a timeout going to be called. Timeout going to be called. Ryan Young says she didn't have the ball.
Tony, we're going to take it with us. So Mario's timeout, Park up by 20, 1:56 to go, quarter three. We'll be back.
When it comes to your health, every moment counts. That's why Capital Health Home Care in Steubenville is here for you. Our team of experienced healthcare professionals is dedicated to providing you with the highest quality of care in the comfort of your own home. With CMS certified home health care since 1982, we accept a variety of insurance to make sure you get the care you need. From home nursing care to physical, occupational, and speech therapy, we offer a wide range of services to meet your needs. At Capital Health Home Care, we believe that your health and happiness go hand in hand. That's why we're committed to keeping you healthy and happy, every step of the way. So why wait? Call Capital Health Home Care in Steubenville today at 740-264-8815 to learn more about how we can help you live your best life. Capital Health Home Care, because your health is our top priority.
Now we're back 44-24 as Bordas tries to steal the ball, goes out of bounds. Bordas leads the way right now, Phil, with 27, followed by Miller with 6. For Creek, Walker has 9. And Ketron is up to 8 points at this point of their 24.
And Scott going to get it into Kentron. Kentron across the timeline. She'll pull it out, looking for one of the guards, and she gets it to Walker. Walker penetrates the left side. Good defense by Miller. Miller. And she knocks it off Miller's foot and out of bounds, and Indian Creek will trigger it in from the sideline in front of their bench now.
Nice job by Walker. Nobody to throw it to. Great hounding defense by Parks, threw it off her foot and out of bounds.
So Scott, they're going to set a couple screens here, and they're going to try to get it to Walker. They do get it to Walker. Good defense recovery. And a travel by Kleinsmith. She took off before she got the ball down, and a travel called. So that's another thrifty turnover.
One of the big differences in the game, Phil, is depth. You talked about it at halftime. Park has depth. Indian Creek is playing with their depth, down 2 starters, and they were very inexperienced coming into this year except for a few players.
And into the corner, back out front, it'll come to Bordas. Bordas sets up for the corner, 3-point shot up and no good. Rebound taken down and up and back in, that time by Kaylee Hunt. She just cleans up the mess.
Yep, I love how she plays the game. I've watched her a few times, and very sportsmanlike, helping people off the floor when I've seen her play twice this year, and just a nice all-around player. It's only her first 2, but boy, she's so important to this Park team.
Yeah, they call her Windex because she cleans the glass.
There you go.
Into Heller and up, no good. Rebound taken down by Dalton.
Dalton
ahead to Bordas. Nice spin move up and no good. Rebound taken down by Walker. Kentron with that shot last time. And Scott looks to penetrate into the paint, and she'll penetrate up and good, coast to coast that time by McKenna Scott.
Her first 2 since the first half.
Into the corner it goes. Back out front to Miller. Miller to Hunt. Hunt back to Miller out front. Down to 18 seconds. They're going to hold for one. Ryan Young says one shot. So now they're going to switch a couple people around, put Dalton at the high post, Hunt at the low post. Dribbling around and has to get rid of the ball and does get rid of the ball. Borders with it. She'll take the shot. Up, no good. And the third quarter clock will buzz out. And that's the end of 3 quarters of play here at Coach D Court on the campus of Indian Creek High School. Your score, Wheeling Park 46, Indian Creek 26. You're watching high school basketball on the Ohio Valley Sports Authority.
When you're shopping for insurance, you might say, "What? Huh?
I'm so over this."
But what you really need to say is something that could actually help.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you get a local State Farm agent, they can help make it easy and help you choose the coverage you need. Plus, they're available online, over the phone, or even in person.
I'm so into this.
Get someone who actually can help. Contact State Farm agent Casey Johnson today.
This broadcast is brought to you by Corey Winjet, financial advisor and a partner of the RWN Group at Baird, private wealth management located at 200 Stanton Boulevard, Suite 40, Steubenville. Call Corey Winjet at 740-282-5024, a proud supporter of Ohio Valley student athletes and Ohio Valley Sports Online.
Park outscored Creek 20-11 in quarter number 3, and they're now leading 46-26 as we start the fourth. This fourth quarter, Phil, brought to you by Water Transport, our good friend Mike Keister.
And Walker into the corner to McKenna Scott. McKenna Scott back out to Walker out front. And they got the high post. It'll be a pick and roll. And it goes into the corner to Scott. Scott back out front to Kleinschmidt. Kleinschmidt in the corner to Walker or to Wiley. Wiley trying to get it inside. Nothing there. Back out front to Kleinschmidt. Kleinschmidt to Scott. Scott looks to penetrate. Into the corner it goes. Wiley. Nothing there. Good defense by Wheeling Park. Back out front to Scott to reset. And Scott will penetrate into the paint. She'll put it up and a whistle blows and a foul. Going to be whistled on Carrington Miller. Should be 2 shots. Tell you, McKenna Scott is she's going to sleep good tonight.
Well, I don't really remember Indian Creek having a sub this whole game, Phil.
They may have had one, but I agree with you. I don't recall either. That first shot is up and good. It's pretty tough when you got to play 5 people the whole time against a team that plays tenacious defense.
And probably has 8-9 deep at least.
Second shot no good. Good box out and rebound that time by Downer. And Downer gets it to Borders. Borders cross court now to high post, down low post to Downer. And Downer gets paid back for her rebound. 2 points up and in for Haley Downer.
Nice assist by our girl Hunt.
And once again, Hunt does the little stuff. Across the timeline comes Walker. Walker to the right side. Trying to get Scott off of a screen. Walker penetrates and 3-point shot up no good by Wiley, taken down by Downer. Downer gets it off to Miller. Miller across the timeline. Looking around, and she'll get it on the wing. Back to the other wing. Back to Hupp. Hupp in the corner. Back out to Hupp. Hupp will take the 3. And it's electric. Maggie Hupp. Another 3-pointer for the, I don't know how many that is, but it's a lot for Wheeling Park. Scott with the basketball. She'll hand it off to Walker. Walker going to penetrate. Cut off. Back out to Wiley. Wiley into the paint. Up and good. Bounces off the rim and through for Grace Wiley. Bordis to the left side. Back out to Bordis. Back to Miller. Miller to Bordis on a give and go. Bordis going to travel around Kentron. She played as good a defense as you could play, but Bordis is that good, and she gets the ball up and in for the 2.
She just muscled up in there. She can score every which way, Phil.
Yep. Scott with the basketball. Hands it off to Walker. Walker looks to penetrate, kicks out to the corner. Nothing there. Back in the corner to Walker. Walker gets the screen. Nothing there. She's looking to get it in. Nice cut by Scott, but thrown away and intercepted by, once again, Hunt. And she'll get it off to Bordas. Bordas, coast to coast, up, and a whistle blows and a foul can be whistled on Kleinschmidt, and Bordas will be going to the line. Bordas, she just, she has instinct. She has the ability, Jimmy. You can see when she's playing defense and they try to set a screen on her. She knows exactly how to get away from the screen.
I've seen her get a lot of steals, too, this year. By the way, that's 10 three-pointers. You asked how many. Unofficially, I have them for 10 today. Bordas 5 of those 10. But they're getting some help from the other players.
Oh, my, yes. Schroeder and Doherty in. Second shot up and good. Mark this down and date on the calendar. Bordas missed a free throw. You're not going to see that happen very often.
Yep, split the pair.
Walker across the timeline. Being guarded by Hupp. She'll try the penetration. Nothing there. Good defense. And Wiley gets it out to Scott. A little bit of an errant pass. Scott corrals it. She's going one-on-one with Bordas. She'll stop, pop, up, no good. Ball out of bounds, and Creek once again cannot convert on a trip down the court. Doherty will trigger it in for Park.
Tired legs there that time by
Yep,
Scott.
absolutely. You can tell she is pretty well spent.
We do have a sub here for Indian Creek, number 20, Miller.
Cross-court pass. Bordas, long three up, no good. Rebound taken down by your girl Italy. She gets it inside. Nice
spin move by Downer. Missed the layup.
Yep. Nice left-handed little hook. But the ball goes out of bounds, and Creek will have it. And Bordas going to hound Scott some more.
25-point lead. It was a lot closer there earlier in the third, and Park has just pulled away here.
Well, they are a superior team in our valley. Scott with the basketball. Looks to set up the offense. Now she looks to penetrate. Nice spin move into the paint, and she'll lose the ball, but it goes off the Park player and out of bounds underneath the basket to Indian Creek.
She got by Scott, and there was 3 people on her when she got to the bucket. Just great help defense.
They're just very active, Wheeling Park. They don't stand around on defense like a lot of teams do. Walker with the basketball. Looks to penetrate. Cut off by Park. Gets it back out to Wiley. Her shot up and off the rim, no good. Rebound taken down by Italy. Italy gets it off to France. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Doherty with it. Doherty pulls it up into the corner. She goes back out to Doherty. Doherty looks high post into the corner to Italy. Italy going to take the shot up and good. It's electric by Italy Schroeder. This three-point stuff is contagious, and they all have the bug. Scott once again across the timeline being guarded by Bordas. You could see why she's the Gatorade Player of the Year. Scott, because Scott is a very good player. Penetration by Wiley, shot up, no good. Rebound taken down by Hupp. Hupp looks to penetrate, loses the ball, and Wiley takes it this time. And
good help and good hands that time by McKenna Scott to kick that ball away, get a jump ball, and we got wholesale subs here. So we got Schroeder in, Dalton, Miller, Doherty, and I believe Brinker is back in.
Brinker's back, yes.
For Park.
And Doherty with the basketball. Get it off to the wing and a kick. Called against Scott. And Scott going to get a break.
Going to get a break.
A well-deserved break here at this point in time. Doherty handling the basketball now. In the corners to Schroeder. Schroeder back out front. It comes to Miller. Miller to Doherty on the wing. Doherty shot up. No good. Rebound fought for and taken down by Brinker. Brinker to Schroeder. Schroeder to Doherty. Doherty to Brinker. Brinker to Dalton. Dalton tries to penetrate. Taken away by Miller. Indian Creek's Miller, that is. She'll get it off to Walker. Walker across the timeline and sets the offense. Now she's looking around to see as any good point guard or quarterback would do. Gets it off to Kentron. Kentron on the wing to Walker. Walker being hounded. And the whistle blows, and I believe a foul called.
Fouls on Dalton. Last time down, Creek was in a 2-3 zone. We don't see that very often with them, as we got a couple more subs in for Wheeling Park. Number 4, Kaylin Nieder. I hope I'm saying that name right. Nieder. I hope I got that right. And Indian Creek has a few subs in there. Number 12, Kozard is in.
31, Florzak. Probably floor check is what it is. Miller with the basketball knocked away. And off to floor check. Shot up and good by Callista Kozart from the foul line. That's 2 for Callista. And off to the wing to Schroeder. Schroeder back out to Doherty. Doherty to the high post. Into the corner. Back out and to the wing it goes. Back to the high post. Back to Doherty. Doherty going to penetrate. Back out to the corner.
Wow.
3-point shot. It's electric by Dalton.
Got a couple more subs. Ryan Young's daughter coming in. Leah Young, number 5. And number 40, Leigh Brooms, coming in for the first time.
60-31. Park with the lead here. 1:42 to go in this one. Leah Florchek. Hope I'm saying that correct as well. I apologize if I'm not. Gets it off to Kozart. Kozart hands it off. Pulls it out, and Kozart with it again. Out of bounds. It goes off of Park's number 4, Nieder. Kleinsmith will trigger it in. Kleinsmith to Miller. Miller takes the dribble, and she'll throw the pass up. Aaron and Doherty going to take it, and she's going to go to the hole. Up and no good. Rebound taken down by Florchek. Double teamed and out of bounds, and it'll belong to Creek on the sideline. Ryan Young says, get back, guys.
I'd like to thank all our in-game sponsors: Gumbar Heating and Cooling, Capital Recovery System, Cedar One Realty, Commissioner Eric Timmons, Mario's Italian Restaurant, the Electric O. Halftime by Barium and Chemicals, as we've got a steal here, Phil.
No good, and Young shot up and good by Leah Young. Just a freshman. I can remember when Ryan Young was almost a freshman.
Turnovers by Thrifty Hertz Rental, Guida Law Offices, a game winner by Poe Financial, and our post game is going to be brought to you by Jimmy John's.
And Nieder out there, I'll tell you, very active. All comes back to Kozart. Kozart in the corner. It goes to Kleinschmidt. Kleinschmidt going to penetrate. She'll throw the pass, and a whistle blows and a foul on the floor. Probably going to be against Brinker, I would say. And that is a possession foul. They don't go out of their course. Man-to-man defense is what they play. Stolen away by Young on the inbound. With 16 seconds. Oh, stolen away by Miller. Shut up, no good. And the ball out of bounds off of Park. It'll belong to Creek with 13.7 seconds to go here. See if they can get a couple more points on the board. 62-31 here. Park with the lead. Into the corner it comes. And errant pass. Was a touch? No. It's going to belong to Park for the last 8.5 seconds.
Had a good out-of-bounds play. Picked the picker, but boy, Park was there.
Yep.
To defend that. So 31-point lead. Let's see if they just run this out with 6 seconds.
And Doherty just taking her time. She'll penetrate. She'll kick it to the ring, back into the paint. And then, oh, no, they're going to take a shot. The buzzer. It's no good. And that's going to do it. From Coach D. Court here at Indian Creek, your final score, Wheeling Park 62, Indian Creek 31. We'll be back with the wrap-up after this Mario's timeout.
Ohio Valley Sports Online and the Franciscan University want to thank one of our proud Barron sponsors, Dr. John Figgle, MD. Thank you, Dr. Figgle, for sponsoring this broadcast.
Guida Law Offices can ably represent your interests in real estate and business transactions, probate matters, and personal injury cases. Please visit Guida Law Offices' website at guidalawfirm.com or call them at 304-748-1213.
Do you have a fence that has seen better days? How about a new privacy fence? You probably could use a perimeter fence to keep Fido from wandering off. Call Edwards Fence Company now. They do all types of fence projects and have over 20 years of experience. Wood, chain link, vinyl, split rail, aluminum. Call today for a free estimate. Edwards Fence Company, 740-632-8403. Needless to say, you're going to need a new fence around your new swimming pool too. Call Edwards Fence Company today, a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
It's electric. The Electric O is a family-owned, full-service electrical contracting company that is licensed in Ohio, West Virginia, and PA, but remains community-focused here in our backyard. Dave and Darla Oseba are committed to providing service that is family-backed. Whether it residential or commercial, the Electric O will provide service that will give you peace of mind and even lessen your electric bill. All electrical needs for new construction, remodeling, troubleshooting, whatever it may be, Electric O can do it efficiently. They service one happy customer after another, and for that I can attest. Call Dave Oseba at Electric O, 304-670-8277.
This game is brought to you by Express Wash Touchless Car Wash on Sunset and Express Care Car Wash in Wintersville. They're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Whatever your schedule, you can be sure to get your vehicle clean at either of these two convenient locations. Car cleaning made easy. Express Wash and Express Care Car Wash is a proud sponsor of this broadcast.
Are you looking for encouragement? Join our First West family for an uplifting message of hope. Whether you're looking for a thriving youth program, an inspiring Bible study, or a senior community group, there is a place for you at First West. Sunday morning worship in Children's Church begins at 10:45. Stay connected with us. Follow us on Facebook or visit our website, firstwestminster.org. We hope to see you soon. Love God and love others.
Looking for a place to stay? Then stay at the Best Western Plus Franciscan Square Inn and Suites, conveniently located in the beautiful Ohio Valley next to State Routes 22 and 7 at the gates of Franciscan University of Steubenville. Receive a warm welcome from friendly, attentive staff, providing all the amenities you deserve. Each guest room is done in beautiful modern decor, with amenities including a microwave and mini fridge, free high-speed wireless internet, and a flat panel television. Stay in a suite for extra space with the same great amenities. Best Western Plus Franciscan Square Inn is a proud Barron sponsor.
Welcome back to Coach D Court at the Creek, where tonight the Indian Creek Lady Redskins fall to Wheeling Park by a count of 62-31. We got to see history here tonight as well, as Alexis Bordas eclipsed the 2,000-point mark for her career. She showed us tonight why she is probably the best player in the Valley, if not the state of West Virginia, by her ability to play both offensively and defensively. I'm not sure how many points she had, but I know it was a bundle. And she also plays, as well as she plays offense, she plays defense equally as well. Wheeling Park showing what a dominant team they are here in the Valley, because you don't beat Indian Creek by 30 points on their court if you're some kind of slouch, because Indian Creek, even though they're down a couple of players, Jimmy, Indian Creek has a good program and a good team, and they're going to win a lot of basketball games here this year, even without the services of a couple of their players. Steve F. does a great job with his team, but Wheeling Park is just they're almost in a league of their own here in the Ohio Valley. They have some depth, they have key players, and they're missing a really good player in Layla Woods.
Now, very impressive. They only really have one starter back. They lost 3 seniors. They had a girl transfer, and Woods is hurt. So they lost somewhere like 6 out of their top 7 players. Almost everybody else is new. Postgame brought to you by Jimmy John's. For Wheeling Park, Carrington Miller scored 9 points. She had 2 3-pointers and went 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Maggie Hupp had 9 points, all on 3-pointers. 3 3-pointers for Maggie Hupp, the senior. Kaylee Hunt only scored 2 points, but does a good job of all.
How many threes did they end up with?
I had her unofficially for 12.
12 threes.
12 threes. Okay, I think they had 13 maybe last night, if I'm not mistaken. Leah Young, Ryan's daughter, had a bucket there in the fourth quarter for 2 points. Haley Downer had 2 buckets for 4 points. Haley Schroeder hit a 3 for 3 points. And Elena Dalton hit a 3 for 3 points. Bordis hit 5 threes, was 3 for 4 for the line, and ended up with 30 points.
Wow.
For Indian Creek. Cadence Walker really played a good all-around game. She had 6 points. McKenna Scott had 8 points and was 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Grace Wiley had 4 points, hit 2 2-pointers. Callista Cozart hit a bucket for 2, and Cameron Kentron, who did a good job around the boards, ended up with 4 buckets for 8 points. After 1, it was Park 12-7. At halftime, Park led 26-15. Creek battled back to make it 26-20 early in the third as Park tried a triangle in 2 with no success. Park went back to man, outscored Creek 20-11 to take a 46-26 lead going into the fourth, and pulled away 62-31. Park improves to 5-1. Indian Creek falls to 5-3. And I expect both of these teams to compete for OVAC championships and do well at tournament time this year, Phil.
I agree with you. I think they're both. You're going to see, obviously Park's going to have to battle Morgantown, a couple other schools in 4A in West Virginia, and 5A in the OVAC. And Creek's going to have to battle some schools, but I think they're both well on their way to great seasons. And Alexis Bordis, she might score 500 more points before it's all over with here.
Yeah, she's something, boy, I'll tell you. Well, for Dan Vogel, Tony Lely, Phil Rujek, I'm Jim DiCarlo. Final score here from Coach D. Court. Wheeling Park 62, Indian Creek 31. Good night, everyone.